So today we're going to talk about the reasons why I moved to San Diego. And it's going to start right now. So welcome back to our channel. Once again, my name is Bern McGovern. I'm a local real estate agent here in San Diego. And today we're going to talk about the reasons why my family and I moved to San Diego about almost 7 years ago. I actually get this question quite a bit, so I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of do a little video about it, kind of tell you the reasons why we moved here and why we continue to live here. With that said, I'll give you a little backstory about where we came from. I actually grew up on the East Coast, just outside Philadelphia. I went to school at Penn State University. After that, in 2004, I moved to Los Angeles. I lived there for almost 10 years. I worked in the entertainment industry for about 5 years, worked on shows like The OC, Justified, Chuck, Pan Am. I actually house sat for this guy up here, Peter Gallagher, great guy. I'm not a very good house sitter, so don't ask me to house sit for you. I did that for about 5 years, but totally got burnt out from it. It was just too much hours to start a family one day. I remember I worked 26 hours in a row one day, and I came home and I actually almost fell asleep at the wheel on the way home. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this anymore. So about 6 months later, I had my real estate license, got started working in real estate. I've been doing that ever since. And I still get to do all these great videos, so I kind of get that little taste of my creative side by creating these great videos about San Diego. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed them. In 2010, I also got married. We had our first kid in 2012. And then in around 2014, we kind of got to that point where we wanted to buy a house. And we couldn't decide where we wanted to go in Los Angeles. And the only place we could really afford a house was in the Valley.
Valley? What are you, crazy?
And no offense to the Valley, but it gets really hot there, and I couldn't really see myself living there forever. Fast forward a couple of months, but my wife was talking about moving to San Diego because she has a sister that lived down there, and every time we went down there, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air. We just loved the neighborhoods down there. We actually ended up buying a house in that very neighborhood that her sister-in-law lives, which, you know, could be good and bad sometimes. But we love this neighborhood. It's got a great family feel to it. We got a canyon right out the back here, so we can go hiking, mountain biking, 12 minutes to the beach. So it's just something we couldn't really get in Los Angeles, at least at the price point that we wanted. Granted, San Diego is not cheap, but for what we were looking for, it actually was less expensive than the neighborhoods we were looking in Los Angeles. There's something for everybody, but you just got to find the right neighborhood for you. And that's what we did, and we've been happy ever since. With that said, that brings us to today, 2020. And we're living here in San Diego and we love it, but I want to try to give you 5 or 6 reasons why we moved to San Diego and why we continue to live here. So with that said, the number one reason on my list is the family-friendly neighborhoods they have here, at least in the North County neighborhoods, because that's kind of the experience I've had, and that's where we lived this entire time. When we first moved here, we rented a place in Carmel Valley, but now we're in like the Torrey Highlands, Rancho Penasquitos area, and we just absolutely love it. The neighborhoods are beautiful. They're on the newer side too. Our neighborhood was built in about 2003. So I kind of just like that nice feel to it. As I mentioned, we have these canyons right behind us, this 22-mile open space preserve we have right behind us, which, you know, that's just not something you see every day. So it's just everything about our neighborhoods. We have block parties twice a year, Labor Day and Memorial Day, which I actually organize. And it's just a great feeling here in these neighborhoods. So it was just exactly how I pictured I wanted to raise my kids. Number 2 is one we talk about all the time on this show, is the schools here in San Diego, especially North County. Almost every neighborhood over here in North County, San Diego, has a really good school district. You got, you know, Poway Unified, San Dieguito, Carlsbad, San Marcos. There's just so many good school districts over here. It makes it even more enjoyable when you know your kids are getting a great education. Number 3 on my list is one I sort of talked about. It's definitely more affordable than Los Angeles. Not by a dramatic amount, but it is more affordable, especially for similar priced, similar style homes. And you know, you can get a 3,000 square foot house for the same price as a 2,000 square foot house in Los Angeles. So your money definitely goes a little bit farther here in San Diego than it does in Los Angeles. The job market might not be as big as it is in San Diego, but it's holding its own. And I think every year it's getting a little bit more as people are, you know, flocking away from the big cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York. Because I'm getting a lot of people contacting me from all those big cities coming to San Diego. Especially because a lot more people can work from home these days, which is even better. Next on my list is a big one to me, might not matter to you, but is the access to the beaches. It's just so much easier to get to the beach here in San Diego than it was in Los Angeles. Granted, if you don't live in any beach city, then it's even harder. It's just, in Los Angeles, it was such a process to get to the beach. You had to park about 10 minutes away from the beach. You had to walk all the way down, bring all your stuff down there, especially if you have kids. It's a nightmare. In San Diego, a lot of the parking lots here are just about 10 feet away from the beach. So even if you wanted to go for an hour, it's super easy, or just watch the sunset, or have dinner on the beach, whatever it is. It just makes it a whole lot easier and a lot more inviting to go to, in my opinion. So that might be a more personal preference, but I think it's a lot easier here than it is most places, at least compared to Los Angeles. Another one, this is kind of all ties together a little bit. There's plenty of things to do with kids here. There's just so many things. You got Legoland, you got SeaWorld, you got the Birch Aquarium, you got water parks, you got the San Diego Zoo and Safari Park. You also have Disneyland, which is like 90 minutes away from San Diego. So there's also a lot of places you can just drive to, like Lake Arrowhead, Big Bear Lake, Mammoth Mountain. You can even drive up to Los Angeles. I just feel it's very centrally located, and you can do so many different things, even if you just want to get out of town. Make it feel like you're, not that you really want to leave San Diego, but if you did, there's plenty of places to go a very short drive away. And last but not least on my list is the quality of life here. Yes, it's expensive to live here in San Diego, but I think it's worth every penny. Yes, both my wife and I work just try to make this work, but I don't think we could picture ourselves living anywhere else. We have a great core group of friends here, a lot of family here. It's just been a very good experience for us here in our almost 7 years now here in San Diego. With that said, I hope you guys have found these videos helpful. I will keep them coming as much as I can. And if you guys ever have questions about San Diego, I would love to help answer them. And if you ever want to see a certain video about something about San Diego, please let me know and I'll be happy to make it for you. If this is your first time to our channel, please subscribe to our channel as we post new videos every week. Catch us next time. And if you want to learn more about San Diego, check out some of these videos up here. I'll tell you a lot more about what it's like to live in San Diego. Thanks for watching. Bye.